Some people really get their hair done and just start acting brand new. Like, it's almost like you can see a change in them.
What's up, beauties? Rana here, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if this is your first time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that way you can be a part of the beauty club. And so in this video, I am doing a Pronto slash Quickweave slash whatever you want to call it. Wherever you from, it is what it is. And you can't see much of it right now because I decided to put it back in a ponytail. But I love my installs. They are always super consistent and they always last me a good amount of time. So I will say, if you just follow my simple steps, my little tips, little tricks, then you'll be good to go. Your install can look just like this. And y'all, this is not even human hair. So well, it's not 100% human. So you can get your hair to blend in and look like this for yourself as well. Okay, so stay tuned and let's get to it. All right, beauty. So I know I don't look like that last clip right now, but this is the whole process of it. So your hair does not have to be straightened first. I just had it straightened because I did it the other day. But you want to start off with parting your hair wherever you want. Mine is usually in the middle. If you want to do it on the side, do it on the side. This is my little tip to make sure it's directly in the middle. I line my hairline up with my nose. That's a little trick that you can do if that's helpful, but you just want to make sure that you leave enough hair out. So this will be determined by your density, and so you just need to make sure you leave enough out. If your hair is thinner, then you need to leave more out. If your hair is kind of on the more thicker side, then you don't have to leave as much out. As you guys can see, this is about how much I leave out for the most part, but I am going to go in and kind of narrow that down a little bit just because I don't want too much hair out. I'd never like to leave too much hair out. Okay, so once you have your desired parts section, then you want to get that hair out the way. You can twist it, you can braid it. I know how to braid downwards. So just get that hair out the way because you don't want anything to be clipped and snipped. You just don't want anything to be in the way. So just do that, get a hair tie, get a clip, do whatever you need to do to make sure that hair is not over that part and with the other hair. So I decided to go back in and make this front part a little less narrow. I felt like it was too wide. I felt like I wanted to leave a little less out. So I just went in and just fixed that up a little bit. This is the time also, if you want to have your edges out, leave those out and braid those up as well. If you want to leave the whole perimeter out, by all means do so, but this is just the step to do this. So if you want to, like I say, leave that out, then just go ahead and part however much you need to on your edges, on your hairline. If you have thinner edges, you have to make sure you part far back enough. This is if you really want to have it in a ponytail, but if you just want to have your hairline out just so that if the wind blows, or if you really want to do your baby hairs or whatever the case, then you will leave that amount out. But if you are intentionally wanting to have a ponytail, and if your edges are slightly thinner like mine is now for some reason, then you will have to leave out a little bit more. Just make sure that you leave out enough so that way it is covering the wefts, and just so that way it looks flawlessly and seamlessly. And for this video, I really wanted to keep it in real time. I didn't want to speed anything up, just so you guys can see about the amount of time that it takes and also just the process. So this is the moment to add any type of hair oils, any type of gels or moisturizer, whatever you want to put in your hair at this moment before you put that cap on, because you guys, once it's on there, it's too late. You can't go back. So whatever product you forgot, it's just gonna have to wait. So just go ahead and add anything that you want to your hair that you need. And all of these products, the hair, the glue, the stocking cap, everything is from my local beauty supply store. So just go to wherever your store is in your town or your city. And so when it comes to the stocking cap, I do not like to put my hair into a ponytail. I know some people do that. They put their hair in a ponytail for some reason. I don't know. But your hair lays flat, you guys. So just make sure, especially if it's shorter or if it's thinner, it will lay flat. You do not need to have it in a ponytail, because I promise you it is going to have that little bump in the back. And depending on the style that you have, you will be able to see that little hump. And that's not what we want. We want people to think that this hair is ours, that it's grown from our scalps, and we want to trick the girls, okay? So just make sure you don't put that if you don't have to. So a little trick that I like to do is taking the tail of my comb once I put the stocking cap on and moving that hair back, because once you put the stocking cap on, it can, and you pull it down, it can kind of pull your hair down a little bit. And don't slap yourself in the face like I just did, but you are going to have those little hairs. So just make sure you get those out the way. And then you also just want to make sure you cut your ears out. So when I first started, I used to just kind of put the stocking cap just right at my hairline, and then eventually the new thing was to pull it all the way down, which I started and I thought it was a great idea. That's a good method. You don't have to cut that much out. Your ears just need to squeeze through, that's all. So I am using the Weave Wonder cap, and or what is it called? The Weave Wonder, something like that. You can always find it in the beauty supply store. It doesn't necessarily have to be this brand, but you want to make sure that your hair is completely coated. So in this case, it's no such thing as too much. The only time it'll be considered too much and you'll hate yourself is when it's time to dry and it takes forever. But you can never really have too much of this, simply because it is simply to make sure that your hair is protected from the glue that you are using. You do not want to put that glue directly on your hair, because again, you're going to hate yourself when it's time to take your hair down and the glue is just stuck. So this is a great protection from your glue and not damaging your hair. And so that way, when it's time to remove the wefts, you're just taking the wefts off and they are just gliding off. They are not pulling at your hair whatsoever. So just make sure you use enough of this and you'll be good to go. And also taking this off, so once you take your wefts off, this is just another side thing. Once you take the wefts off and you just have this cap, it comes off with water, you guys. All you have to do is just wet your hair and it will start gliding off, and your hair will be completely damage free. And I really can't make this up. I will never do a Quickweave, Pronto, whatever without this stuff. And I say it every time, and I don't mean to like talk down on any stylist, but if they are not using something like this to protect your hair from the glue, either take it with you to your appointment or tell them or make a suggestion, because I just simply don't know how people are doing hairstyles without this product. I really don't. And after a while, I started to learn that I can feel the dry parts with my finger. So I say this almost every time as well when it comes to hair videos. Your fingers are your friends, okay? with this style, if it's anything in the back that you cannot see, your fingers are your best friends, okay? Can't stress it enough. So if you need a mirror, use a mirror, by all means, of course. That way you can see and make sure you didn't miss any spots. If you miss one itty bitty spot, it's not the end of the world, okay? It's not gonna pull your hair out. But you just really wanna make sure that 99% of your hair is covered with the Weave Wonder Wrap. So your drying time will be determined by your blow dryer and also how much product you use on your hair. If you've used a lot and your blow dryer isn't the greatest, if it doesn't blow out as well or it's hot, then of course that's going to take you a little bit longer, which is okay as long as it gets the job done. Who cares? And if you're not on a time crunch, it will get dry. But this is the part where I say if you put too much, you're going to hate yourself, because you really don't have to overdo it, you guys. You just really want to make sure you have enough. And I want to apologize because the clip where I was cutting the net off, it is gone. And where I applied the first track, it is gone. So just follow with me. I promise y'all, once it's completely dry, all you have to do is cut around it. You won't cut your hair because it's already put away, so you're good to go. So no worries with that. But now we are applying this one, and so actually that clip also included the one where I cut this with and I measured it, but I will go over that in the very next one, so don't worry, because this style is very repetitive. What you do on the first row, you're gonna do all throughout, so it's nothing that you guys necessarily missed. But sorry that clip went away, but I just really want to make sure that these ones in the back are completely dry. So I slowed this part down. So you see I'm using my fingers. I'm feeling where this last track is, and I'm just making sure that it's going from the edge, from my ear to ear. And I'm using my ring finger to make sure that when I put this next weft, that it is not too close to it, because if that's how you measure it, and you go to put it back and now it's in a different spot, it will not be the same. So just make sure you are using your fingers throughout the entire time.
I don't mean to put it on your nose, but it's clear how my baby's running this a block, cause you fear what you do to you if you get dirty hands and veneer. What you do, what she is, little boy, I tell you this: if baby wants sit, she can sit. If baby says lit, it's lit. Got your bank account and that cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. If baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and that cute. She can make it count. How about you? She would put you in the bag, yeah. Wouldn't even need a planet. If she wanted, she a magnet. They should let her name a planet. Everything she drop like Corona, viral, make the world start over like a owner. She ain't about to set, but they really wanna throne her. Listen, she like bass, she like Hover. Self-employed, moving paper better than some Billy Boy. Made a choice on the regular, she bring a milli home. Click my phone, get my ass up, get a dinner going. Watch she out there, making sure that you all know. Baby wants sit, she can sit. If baby says lit, it's lit. Got your bank account and that cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. Baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and that cute.
Once you start to get around your eyebrow, that's when you want to start curving your tracks upwards, so that way they are falling towards your face. You do not want to have them just side by side, because if the wind blows, it's windy here in Vegas or wherever it is you are, if it's windy and they go backwards, you will be able to see the tracks, y'all. If some people know that this ain't our hair, that's fine, but we don't need them seeing any type of tracks, okay? Because that's just not the look that we're going for. So make sure you curve your tracks upwards. So I'm slowing these down just to make sure. I am doing this hairstyle again after I take this out. I realized I should have gotten a little closer. So The next one, I will be as close as possible. Y'all gonna be all up in my face, okay? I hope y'all cool with that. But I just really wanted to show you guys the process of it and just show you like how simple it really is. Like I said before, very repetitive. So you just want to make sure that these are all curved, okay? You see how they are like going towards my face? They are not going from side to side. Make sure they are curved this way. Even if you are even if you have some hair out, you still want to kind of do this, not as extreme, but you really want to make sure that they are curved just a little bit so that way it still falls in your face. All right, so now that we are at the top and it's time to just keep curving these wefts, I am not gonna just keep repeating myself just because I know that my beauties are smart and y'all can catch on quick. And you can also go back and watch as many times as you need to, but this part is all the same. I'll come back to you guys once I get to the very top just so you can see how detailed it is and exactly what I do.
She be always making money. If it's raining, if it's sunny, she make time to call me honey every day. Drop a couple bands on the cook, they need pay. Then a couple more on the tip, baby saves. Daddy's just the everyday, imagine holiday. If I get the 50 cents, she get me Holly.
Alrighty, we are at the top. So you want to do the same thing as far as curving the tracks, making sure that they are sideways, using your fingers to make sure that you don't put the one you're using too close to the bottom one. I already measured this one out, so these clips are you just seeing me put the tracks on with the glue already. So I had two smaller pieces, so I just went ahead and measured those just to kind of put that at the top. Normally this would have been one full one, but it's going to be different from time to time. Once I get to the very top, I start using my blow dryer again just because these wefts will not be sitting as long when it's time to start combing them out. So I just don't want them to slip out just because they are still a little wet. And so here we are at the very top, and this is where it is super important. Using your fingers to make sure that you are curving the wefts and make sure that it is going along your parts. And I'm telling you guys, when it comes to the fingers, you need them 100%, okay? So you are just making sure, just because it's such a small area and you have to curve them so much. So right here you can see I kind of put one weft a little too much on my part, so I just went in and cut that just to make sure that it lays nice and smooth. And because this part would have been kind of like sticking into my hair and it would have been sticking up a little bit, so whatever you need to cut off or fix, it's totally okay. You're not cutting your hair, or I should say make sure you don't cut your hair. So the very next part is the last weft and the most important. So when it comes to measuring this out, I put this in slow-mo so you guys can see. This is just me measuring. This is not with the glue. You are going to put the end of that weft right next to the very first one on your hairline. Don't put this one on that weft, right next to it. You're going to space your fingers out to move them along your circle, or however you parted your hair, your section, that's fine. But just use your fingers to keep that weft down just so you can make sure that the measurement is very accurate, okay? So you're doing the same thing on the other side. You are making sure that you are putting that weft right next to the very first one. So now that we have the glue, we are doing the same thing. Now this should be a very accurate measurement because we used our fingers and the area isn't that big, so you'll be good to go. You're using your fingers, kind of curving along your parts and getting pretty close to the hair that is left out. This is very important when it comes to having a flat install. My installs are always super flat, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but they are always super flat because I make sure that they are very close to the hair that is left out. My leave out, I guess that's the proper word I should use. I use it and make sure that it is right next to my leave out. So then you're just going to go back in with your blow dryer, make sure this is completely dry. Again, like I said before, it is not left there a long time. So you really want to make sure that once you start combing, that it is not going anywhere and it's nice and secure. If you haven't already, this is your time to put some heat protectant on your hair or whatever it is you want to put on your hair, and just to make sure that it's protected from the heat. And boom, look at that. We are completely done. Y'all won't believe this hair was only like $40 and nobody can tell, okay? And just because it's a blend, do not be afraid to use products, okay? Do not be afraid, because this is how you get it to last. This is how you get it to stay soft. This is how you get it to not be tangled and looking crunchy and looking crazy. You can use products on a blended hair, okay? I learned this the hard way, and then once I realized it was okay, it changed the game, okay? So just look at the difference between the tamed side and the not so tamed side. You can use whatever product. This is the one I use. I love ORS. It has always been my favorite to use on my hair, and this is why I started using it on any type of weave or partly synthetic or human hair, whatever it is. I use it on that just because it's so good, and it really helps. I mean, this style isn't supposed to last you for months and months, but for the few weeks that you do wear it, it does carry you through that time. Now it's time to, I guess, not necessarily detangle the hair, but when it comes to putting glue on those wefts, some of the strands will get glue on it. So because it has glue on it and it dries up, they're going to be stuck like throughout your hair, and you're trying to comb it out. And I don't know why this is my favorite part, but it is. It's kind of weird. If you've never done this before, or if you have, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I like combing through it after it's all done and getting those glue pieces out. I don't know, whatever, don't even mind me. But you just want to make sure, this is why I said make sure it's dry, because you aren't tugging at your hair, but you have to still make sure that you are getting that glue out. So it will require you to comb through your hair a lot, not just a little bit, a lot, because it is a lot of little glue pieces in there.
Little boy, I tell you this. If baby wants sit, she can sit. If baby says lit, it's lit. Got your bank account and I cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. If baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and I cute. She can make it count. How about you?
This is the part you want to make sure that you get all of that out, and that way once it's time to just comb through, you can just brush through your hair or comb through your hair, and you don't have any pieces like this that are like stuck together. So just be careful with how hard you pull, and you'll be good to go. If you glued it well enough, it's not gonna like come out, or your wefts aren't gonna like lift or anything like that. But you just really want to make sure you get all of those out. I highly recommend holding your hair when you are combing or brushing. It will just, that way it's not directly pulling from your scalp. But when you are getting those glue pieces, you really can't do that, because that's where the pieces are. They're at your scalp. So you can't do that. But once you get those out and it's time to just comb or brush it, I always like hold my head or hold the hair. It's a habit now whenever I have a Quickweave or Pronto in, just because I don't want to loosen up the hair. But give me a second, just wait, and look at that. And I slowed this down just so y'all can see the detail of it. This is me again, just holding the hair. I don't know, it's a habit at this point. But this hair is great. This is my first time using this brand. The bottom half is a totally different type of hair. Well, not bottom half, maybe the first 2 or 3 wefts. But the rest of this, I can honestly say, is the majority of the new pack that I have, which is the Bobby Boss. And it looks pretty good. I am still getting used to the wave pattern of it. It's a little different from the other one, but I still do like it. And now you just want to make sure that you are combing over your wefts and just straightening those however you need to, and just making sure that it is as flat as possible. All right, you guys, so it's the very next day, and I was kind of just putting this hair up just to kind of like see the outfit or whatever. And then I was like, wait, this would be kind of cute pulled back. So these pieces were super long. They like came all the way down here. And because I hadn't cut, like I didn't cut any of this hair, so it wasn't layered or nothing. And so all I did was took my shears and just cut it. So now these are the only two pieces that are like this in the front. I just didn't want it all the way down here. I just felt like for the night, it needed to be much shorter. Like I felt like it was just too much when it was too long. But I just want to show y'all like the whole reason of like curving your wefts forward. That way when you want to put them in a ponytail, then it just kind of like lays flawlessly. That was a little much. You can clean all that stuff up. A lot of times this doesn't even do this, or I don't even try to pull it back in a ponytail to make it like a style. Like I'll just pull it back in a ponytail. This can happen sometimes. So it's really no huge deal. It's really no big deal. Like I'm not about to make it like a big deal. So literally all I did was brush all of this back. Just make sure it's nice and sleek. And now I will say that if you always want to, like if you plan to wear it in a ponytail a lot, then you may want to leave your edges out in the front and also in the back, so that way it can cover up that, just in case anything decides to show, or depending on how low or how high you want your ponytail. So I'm about to just kind of do this. I can't have it too high, and I'll show y'all why. Like for example, I can't have it like this, because all this is gonna be exposed, all my business is gonna be out there. We ain't trying to do that. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of fill it just to make sure. And I'm going to just maybe put it about right here. I'll put it about right here, just a little lower. And then that way I know that back is covered. I don't have to worry about somebody like being all up in my grill, you know? So I'm gonna do that like that. I'm gonna put 2 hair ties back here, just so I can make sure that this isn't sliding down. If it slides down, it goes like, if I lose the ponytail, it's okay. I'll either redo it or just leave my hair down and whatever. But so yeah, so I'm about to just fix this up a little bit, just kind of pushing this forward like that, and cutting off this piece right here. As y'all can see, this piece right here, I'm gonna just cut that off because that's just from that dried up stocking cap. This is not my hair at all. So I'm just cut that like that. Let me make sure I'm looking at what I'm supposed to be looking at instead of looking at my phone, so I don't cut my hair. But yeah, so that's it. So just cutting that off so that way that's not just poking through like that. And yeah, when I do this style, it's never to leave my edges out. So that's why I always put my edges up, because I just do, like I never be like, oh, I'm gonna leave hair out. I rarely do that, leave edges out, rarely, okay? So I'm gonna just do it like that. And to be honest, let me try to make sure this is going a little bit too right here. And to be honest, shouldn't nobody be that close up on me anyway. Like, shouldn't nobody be that close up on me. So I just realized I didn't mention it. Oh, I think I was just cutting my own hair. My friend got free tickets to see G-Eazy. So I'm pretty sure I probably cut some of my hair. So I wasn't even gonna go, but y'all know how peer pressure works. So I gave in and was like, okay, I'll go. It better be free. Better not get there and they talking about some $50. So I'm gonna put another hair tie on here just to make sure we are secure. And I'm just gonna leave this hair tie out. Like, I'm not trying to make it look like a ponytail, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not about to try to like wrap hair around this to like cover it up. I'm not doing all that. I'm not. So, okay, cool. So, I don't know what that looks like exactly. Maybe I should look in a mirror. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, all right, everything's falling, but that's okay. That's okay, we're just gonna slide it to the back. So, let me see. I'll let you know what I'm gonna do with these beads. I'm gonna just kind of cut these like this. Get rid of the beads real quick. If you've never done this before, I advise you to. I advise you to. Normally, I mean, I would have had like, not normally, but when I had my hair cut, didn't have to worry about that because that was always together. But now I don't. So we just have to make it do what it do. It is what it is. So, okay, so that looks good. I'm gonna brush through this ponytail one last time just from me pushing it through that band a few times. Just making sure that looks nice and smooth. Oh, I was supposed to be making sure that this looks pretty good. So you just wanna make sure that everything is smooth, like it's your own ponytail. I'm not putting any product on it. I'm not putting like any hairspray or anything like that, anything extra. I'm not trying to do all that. I don't want to do all that. I'm not trying to put extra product in. I'm taking this out tomorrow or tonight when I get home. So I want to show you guys my outfit. I haven't worn this since my birthday in 2019 when I turned 25. So I can't believe I'm turning 28 this year. That's crazy. In just 4 months. But yeah. So I think it turned out really cute. I think it turned out super, super cute. I'm gonna push this on a little bit more. Like that. I just didn't want my edges to be out like way too much, you know, like I ain't trying to be out here like that. But like I'm cool with it being like this. Like I'm cool with it being like that. I just didn't want any of that product showing or any of that cap showing, but I don't care about my edges showing. And I'm not even about to put no edge control on there too. So we're just gonna leave this like this. I think it's cute. Let me show you the outfit. I probably should have checked to see where it came from. I had this, like I said, y'all, I had this for a minute now. I don't know where it's from. It's a skirt. And I don't know what shoes I'm gonna wear. These are just my slippers. But I don't know what I'm going to do. But I think it's really cute. I had it, I was much smaller when I had it on the last time. So now I'm kind of like thinking about the last time, like, oh, since you gained about 10, 15 pounds, you know, you don't look like you did, but I think I still look cute. And I wasn't gonna do hoop earrings. I'm like, are hoops even in anymore? I don't even know. Like, I don't know if people still wear hoops. Is that a thing? I don't know. So I'm like, I'm just wear it just to like give it something else. I just feel like this would be so empty if I didn't have hoops on. And then I had on my Miranda necklace. And for the new people, my name is Miranda. It's not Rana. I had on my Miranda necklace, and I've been wearing this for so long. I was like, let me switch it up for tonight. And so I just put this one on. I got this one from Forever 21. It's really cute. But that's pretty much it. I wish I had my nails done. But it's okay. It's okay. And y'all can see my tan from my watch, from my Apple Watch. I'm not putting that on today, or tonight. I need to put some lotion on because these hands look a mess and sound a mess. And then what else? And then I'll show you guys what fragrance I am wearing. It's from Victoria's Secret. It's Bombshell Seduction. So it's this one. The one I wear every single time I like go out, and pretty much, oh wait, it's down a little bit too much. Pretty much anywhere that's not work. Pretty much. If I'm dressed up, then I'm wearing this. If I'm not dressed up and I'm going to work, they get Bath and Body Works. Into the night. That's what they get. But what time is it? I have to check because I think I'm gonna vlog there. I don't know. I told them, like, don't be surprised if I start vlogging y'all. They're like, no, it's okay. But I'm like, I don't even know. Like, this is my first time like hanging with a few of them, and I've always felt funny about like putting a camera in somebody's face. Like the first time I meet them, I don't know. Like they know I do have a channel and all of that stuff, but still, I just never want somebody to think like, oh, every time I'm around her, she gonna have this camera in my face. Like I don't want that, because I don't always have my camera even in my face. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So if I do vlog, then that will be a video in itself. It would not be attached to this one. This one was just the hair video. Also, if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me at I go by Rana. That's IGOBYRANA, and everything is written down below in the description box. I just realized this is tilting. This is why it keeps doing that. It might go down again. But yeah, so because I had this video with the Pronto, I had a day in my life. The day in my life was already filmed and edited and pretty much already uploaded to YouTube. And then I'm going to be installing my lashes. So whenever it is like I have different videos that I don't know what to put out first, I kind of reach out to you guys to say, hey, what do you want to see first? Because yes, it really doesn't matter what I put out first, because they're all gonna go out. But if you prefer to see something else instead of waiting a week or 2 weeks to see the other things that I have planned, then I'll just do that. So yeah, so I had a poll, and 40% of people said Day in My Life, 40% said lashes. And I was shocked about that one. I'm surprised that Day in My Life and lashes were tied. And then 20% said the Pronto, which was this video. And so I was like, oh shoot, okay, I want to upset the girls. So since it was a tie between lashes and Day in My Life, I'm just post the Day in My Life, just because like I said, that was already uploaded to YouTube and just ready for me to click that button. But that's pretty much it. As y'all can see, this hair looks really, really good. I had no problems with it. Today when I was at work, all I did was had it in the same type of ponytail, and I braided it, and I put another hair tie at the bottom just because it is curly. I don't want it to get, and it's not human at all. So, well, it's a human synthetic blend. So I don't want it to get matted and ugly right away. So while I was at work, all I did was that, and boom, it was good to go. By the time I got home, all I had to do was comb it out with my paddle brush, and we were good. We were good to go. So that's it for this video. Let me know what y'all want to see. Let me know. Sorry, y'all, that just scared me. That was my Bluetooth speaker cutting off because it was disconnected for 15 minutes. So let me know what y'all want to see next. If y'all enjoyed this video, I do my makeup not that often, but whatever. And then I also do my hair about the same amount of time. So if y'all want to just keep seeing hair stuff, let me know. I will literally film every single time I do my hair. And if y'all want to see makeup, I will film every single time I'm doing my makeup. Let me know if that's what y'all want. If that's the content y'all want from me in 2022, then that's what we're just gonna do. So thank y'all so much for getting to this end with me, and I love y'all so much. As my mother used to always say, it does not matter what you do in life, always be the best at it, and I will catch y'all on Monday.